As Quinn volunteered himself next, Momo couldn't help but think he was up to something. He knew the two of them were friends, so why would he volunteer? As Quinn held the ball in his hand, a message had appeared. Basic tier beast weapon, round ball. Would you like to activate? Strength of weapon will increase by 5%. Activate. How is that possible? He was able to activate the basic tier weapon fully, Momo thought. Why do we have these powers? Quinn said out loud. Isn't it to protect ourselves? To fight those who harm our friends and family? Quinn, no, don't. What are you doing? Varden mumbled, but was unheard. I have taken a beating my whole life, and I was weak back then. What do I care if I take another beating now? Quinn then chucked the ball using all his strength as hard as he could. Instead of the ball hitting Varden, though, like everyone suspected, it landed straight in the student's stomach, standing by the side of the board. The power was so strong that the student was lifted off his feet and knocked out in one blow. 50 EXP gained, 175 of 400 EXP. What the hell are you guys doing standing there? Get him! Momo shouted. Once again he threw out another 2 black balls, aiming for them at full strength. One of the students managed to avoid the black ball, but the other wasn't so lucky, getting hit and knocked out. 50 EXP gained, 225 of 400 EXP. This was Quinn's plan. So far, every level up, Quinn was able to obtain an ability. He didn't know what he would get, but he sure hoped it would help him win the fight. What are you guys doing? To anyone who manages to hit or capture that guy, they will be free from any form of punishment, Momo said. Why should we listen to you? Layla said. Just a second ago you dealt with one of us for asking a question. Who knows whether we can trust you or not? Fine, you don't want to help? Attack them all! Just then, the 2 level 4 students who were chasing after Quinn no longer cared about injuring the first years. But before it could even reach any of the students, an ice ball was shot out and froze the water attack in place, causing it to fall to the ground. I wasn't going to get involved, but you guys attacked me first, Aaron said. Ha! Even if you're a level higher than us, do you really think you can take on 2 level 4s? She won't be alone, Layla said. With Layla and Aaron distracting the other high levels in the room, Quinn felt like this was his chance to deal with the rest of the level 2s. Out from the side, a long, thin object came lashing out at him. It was too fast for Quinn to react, causing him to be hit across his body. Not only did the attack pierce his chest, but it also sent him tumbling to the ground. 13 of 20 HP. You have caused so much trouble, Momo said. I don't know how you can activate the beast weapon so well, and your surprise attacks seem to work, but you will always be a weak level 1. Varden, watching the whole thing from the board, felt useless. I have to help him. He's only getting hurt because of me. This is all my fault, Varden said. If you want to help him, then let me take over, a voice said in Varden's head. Meanwhile, at the center of the assembly hall, Aaron and Layla were busy confronting the 2 level 4 students. Hey, do you mind if we switch? One of the second-year students said. My water abilities are weak against her. I see you want a level 2 user, huh? The other student replied. Oh well, just finish her off quickly. With that, the 2 second-years charged in for the attack. The water ability user went after Layla, while the earth user went after Aaron. As the earth user got closer, he stomped the ground, and a spiked earth mound followed, heading right for Aaron. However, he didn't have much time to think. With her other hand, Aaron had formed an ice spear and threw it towards her opponent. Suddenly, he felt his legs start to feel cold. When he looked down, he noticed they were starting to freeze. For a second-year level 4 earth user, you are incredibly weak. Before the boy could react, Aaron had whacked him in the back of the head with the hilt of her sword. How did she win so easily? The first-year students watching said. Although Aaron had finished her match quickly, the same couldn't be said for Layla. The second-year student threw out his fist, and a ball of water came out towards her. It hit her dead in the stomach and sent her flying back towards the front of the hall near Varden. Hey, you! Free me! I can deal with him! What? Layla said as she looked up, noticing that it was Varden who was speaking to her. Come on, hurry! We don't have much time! Touch my leg! She crawled over to Varden's side and touched his leg as he had asked. Then the shackles tied around Varden's arms and legs started shaking. Varden was using Layla's telekinesis ability, but it was weak. It wasn't strong enough to break from the shackles. Layla then lifted her hand, and with the 2 of them working together, the shackles were finally removed, and Varden was free. Finally, I get to come out. It's been a long time. These were just as sharp as an attack from a regular blade, but could be thrown out. As the blades came towards him, at the last second Varden managed to twist his body in an odd way, avoiding both of the blades. He then lifted one of the black balls from the ground, using his telekinesis, and threw it out. However, the attack was easy for the water user to block, forming a water wall stopping the ball, but then, crack! Something was felt on the back of his leg, and at the same time a crunching sound was heard. The boy immediately fell to one knee. As he looked at Varden in front of him, he could only see Varden with his hands held out. Then another striking pain was felt through his body, this time on his other ankle. Without realizing it, Varden had attacked him from behind, pulling the other black balls towards him. The water user was too focused on the attack in front. He never thought about an attack from behind. Also, it had come as a surprise to him that Varden was not an Earth user as he thought. Finally, I, Rayton, have returned. The second-year students had Quinn completely surrounded. As he took a step forward to try to break out of the encirclement, a wind strike came towards him. He quickly went behind the student, grabbing his arm, and at the same time kept one of his claws towards the student's neck, using him as a meat shield. Me and you both know you're not going to hurt him, Quinn, Momo said. If you attack too deep and kill him, you'll be in trouble. Attack too shallow, and we will pounce on you and make you wish you were dead. Quinn hated to admit it, but Momo was right. The attacks came out fast and furious from the others. Quinn was able to block most of them. Now his back was up against the wall. The situation he was in was similar to the agility test, where holographic spikes came at him. However, these attacks were more powerful and were greater in number. Eventually, Quinn let a strike get in. 6 of 20 HP. Suddenly the attacks had stopped, and Momo had stood forward with his whip in his hand. Seeing the whip, Quinn remembered that a single attack last time had brought his HP down by 7 points. If he was to receive another attack from it right now, he would be brought down to below 0. The problem was, Quinn had already displayed abnormal strength. If he then displayed abnormal healing, things wouldn't add up. A student couldn't have 2 abilities apart from rare cases, which meant it would only lead to Quinn being asked more questions. Just as Quinn was deciding what to do, Momo sensed something and moved his head at the last second. As he did, a black ball came flying through the air and went past his head. Then the black ball stopped mid-air and suddenly started moving back towards Momo. Momo lashed his whip at the ball, slicing it in half. As he turned around, he saw Varden standing there. When he looked to see what had happened to the rest of the second years, he could see a few had already been taken down, and those who hadn't been were busy engaging in combat with Layla and Aaron. "So you got free, huh?" Momo said. "Do you not remember what happened to you the last time the two of us fought?" Momo taunted. "Last time you fought against that weakling, this time you're fighting me," Rayton said. "I'm not as nice as Varden." Rayton lifted both hands, and with it, 2 more black balls off the ground lifted up. Varden swung his hands in the air, and the black balls followed the same path. "Looks like you don't remember what happened last time." Momo clenched his fist tightly, destroying the black ball held in his hands. He then swung his whip, destroying the other without even looking where it was. Quinn wanted to help. While Momo's back was turned, he tried to go in for a strike, but before he even took a step, the whip came flying out and landed just in front of him. "Don't even think about it," Momo said. Before Quinn had taken a single step, Momo had already acted. It can't be, Quinn thought. He either had some type of mind-reading ability or future-seeing ability. Quinn's guess about Momo was nearly spot on. Momo could see 2 seconds ahead into the future, although it wasn't as clear as others might think. His ability was activated through his eyes. Quinn wasn't the only one who had figured out Momo's ability. Rayton had as well. "Who cares if you know what I'm going to do?" Rayton shouted. "All I need to do is do something you can't block." Rayton then started running towards him. Momo could see the black balls coming at him, and he knew he could do nothing but take a hit. He opted to avoid the water strikes, the more powerful of the attacks, and moved so the balls would hit his back. After being hit with the black balls, Momo moved away from Varden, creating distance between the two. "I have to admit, I didn't expect you to be able to use 2 abilities. You didn't do something like this last time. It looks like you were hiding a trump card after all," Momo said. "But you weren't the only one holding back last time." While in his right hand he held a whip, something started to form in his left hand. At first, it looked just like a bunch of light particles forming something, but then eventually another whip appeared. Only this felt and looked different, as if it was alive almost. Just from holding it alone, the whip would continuously move like a snake. "Let me show you the difference between the second years and first years," Momo said. Even though Erin was currently busy fighting the other second-year students, she couldn't help but sense the power in the room. So he has one after all, huh? A soul weapon. While the distance between Momo and the others were far away, Layla had managed to make a break and get away from the other second-year students. She quickly went to Quinn's side and could see he was badly injured. "Do you need some blood?" Layla whispered. "No, I'm fine. I'm not in any danger. Don't worry about that. I just don't want to reveal anything in front of all these people." "I understand," Layla said as she then looked at Varden. "Your friend. I hate to admit it, but he's strong." "Yeah." After looking at Varden now and seeing how he fought so skillfully, as if he had done it 100 times before, and he was even using two abilities effortlessly, Quinn quickly realized there wasn't much he knew about Varden, and that he probably had his very own secrets that he was hiding from everyone, similar to himself. Now with Momo's soul weapon, the confidence in him grew. He swung his soul whip, and it started to move at lightning speed. In response, Rayton created a wall of water with one hand and started to slow down the whip with the other, but the telekinesis ability was useless and didn't seem to do anything to slow the whip down. Then, when the whip had reached the wall of water, it suddenly grew in length and had wrapped around Rutten's arm. Momo pulled forward, dragging Rayton to the ground, and then swung out his other whip, lashing against his back. "Damn you!" Rayton shouted. "If only this body wasn't so hurt from before. Now you have gone and done it. You think a soul weapon is strong enough to defeat us? Well, think again. Little one, it's your turn. It's time to give this man hell." Just then, though, the doors to the assembly hall were swung wide open, and in came a tall, silver-haired female, and standing behind her was Peter. "I command everyone to halt this instant," she said. "If anyone does not obey this command, prepare to be punished."
Hi, Quinn here. Wondering what happens next? If you want to jump the queue and unleash all episodes, click on the link here and install the Pocket FM app.